Maraga and Matiangi. Who can be a good president between the two? Maraga and Matiangi. Who would you go for? If you are to choose between the two, who would you go for? And what will be your reasons? Okay, I'll give my reasons. But before I give my reasons, first and foremost, if you are new to this platform, my name is the African Updater. I'd like you to take a second and hit the notification bell and also subscribe to this platform. What we do here, sisi watu tunachambua siasa. So take a second, hit the notification bell and subscribe so that you'll always be the first to be notified anytime I post a video. So do that and then I'll be back. Thank you for subscribing. So I've raised a point between Maraga and Matiangi. Who will you choose for Western Kenya? To come from Noni, from the Kisii region, who will you choose to be president? Who will you vote for? And who would you prefer to be on the ballot between the two guys? Because they all come from one region. So who? Ni nani? Who would you prefer? I don't know what to say about this, but for me, I'll give my reasons between the two. I'll compare the two. So, Matiangi has proven to be a tough leader. He has proven to be tough, firm, and very principled. That is true. He has served in Uhuru's government, whereby in all the dockets yenye alienda, we saw massive changes. He started with ICT. He went to education. No, you see how, you remember how he streamlined education. There used to be a lot of stealing of a lot of stealing of exams and everything, and he made sure that all those things have been streamlined na vitu zikakaa sawa. Whether those things inaendelea, no, there's been a back, watu wamerudi nyuma kidogo in terms of some of the measures he put in place, but notwithstanding, he has been a good, in every docket amewekwa, he has been a good, amefanya kazi vizuri. The only place that it was a bit challenging, I don't say it was a disappointment, it was challenging, it was security, because internal security is not a joke. There's always a lot of things to balance and to navigate. So that has happened. And then we have Maraga. Maraga has been someone who, he only appeared, he has been a judge all through, then he only appeared out and he went for the Chief Justice position. He won, he became the Chief Justice, and people were just looking at him until he made one of the very historic ruling that has never happened in Africa, where he overturned the election of a president. Something as I don't know if it has happened in the world, but in Africa it has never happened. So it was a shocker to the whole world and even to Africa that a Supreme Court can overturn the win of a president. He did that in 2017, and you can see, remember how Uhuru was bitter with him, and even he tried to deal with him later, but he didn't manage. The guy just stood firm. He was very principled. He was someone who was very hard to be swayed and everything. So there have been some calls, people saying, oh, Maraga should come out and go for the presidency, Nini will support him. This discussion started during the Gen Z's demonstrations, and it has been there. And then people are also cropping up Matiangi, that Matiangi should also come out and tell us if you want to be president, we'll vote for him, Nini. So I just wanted to compare between the two. Between the two, who stands a higher chance of being supported by Kenyans? Matiangi is a good leader, but just by the virtue of he has associated with the previous regime, which the previous regime also did some very some serious atrocities towards Kenyans. Remember the Riviala, people being found in Riviala. These things used to happen when he was the internal security minister. When there's a lot of corruption, you remember that COVID-19 billionaires, he was mentioned in it, and so many other things. So because of those things, because just by the virtue of being associated with the previous regime, with the Uhuru's government, that one will deny him so many votes and so many support amongst Kenyans. You get? So that one can be, that's why I always tell people that if you feel like you are a true leader and you want to stand for leadership in this country, there are some people you should never associate with. And that's why you see I have issue with people like Morara Kebaso. Because the fact that he's seen taking a photo with Gachagua is tinting his own image. No one will, some people, he will lose some support just simply because ameonekana na Gachagua. He will lose some credibility because of that. So as a politician, if you want to go for the higher seat, be very smart in terms of the people you associate with. Another reason why someone like Morara has been in UDA, Morara has been in ODM. So there's nothing, this is just a guy who is a politician. There's nothing new. And remember, Morara also comes from that Kisii region and everything. So guys, for Matiangi, I feel like he stand a chance. But now these things, that the fact that he has associated with the previous government and he has held so many positions, very crucial positions that have later come out to have issues in terms of corruption and all these things, it puts him in a very awkward situation in terms of if people can fully back him up. You get? But I feel like if he's the only person going against Ruto in the ballot, then Kenyans will back him up, because anyone who will go against Ruto and is a strong candidate in that ballot, that one is the people that is what people will go out to vote for. That is the reality, because people are just tired of Ruto. People are just tired of this regime. People are tired of him kabisa. So that is the reality. Now let's come to Maraga. Can Maraga be a good option? Yes, he can be a good option. Because kwanza, we know so little about Maraga, so it will be so hard to dig him. It will be so hard to find any fault in him, in terms of like he was involved in this kind of scandal, he was involved in this, he was involved. People will try to cook stories, but it will be stories that you can't really back them up. You get? With evidence or with anything that people can feel like, yes, this makes sense. So Maraga can be a good option for Kenyans. And you know, as always, Kisii are people that can appeal to all communities in Kenya, because they are considered as the minority in terms of population and nini. Na pia there are some people who are considered to be kind of neutral. They can be swayed, they can support either side. Even in the previous election, remember, they gave Ruto a lot of votes as much as they gave Raila a lot of votes. In the other one, they have always given Uhuru a lot of votes as much as they have always given Raila a lot of votes. So there are people who are, they can easily be, you can really sell a Kisii to other communities and he will be accepted. So Maraga can be a good because Maraga comes out as someone who is clean, someone who has less baggage, and someone who I think people can sit back and listen to in terms of he has done something. At least he has made that move that all Kenyans have felt like now this is someone who can stand on something and believe in it. So it is tough, but I feel like, I don't know if Maraga can accept this. I really doubt, because the guy is almost 73 right now. So I really don't think he's someone who will really want to get out of his retirement to come to this ikelele ya siasa and everything, because politics is very dirty. Politics has a lot of issues and everything. So I don't think he's someone who can really come out and say that, hey, I'm now ready to fight this place at his age. I don't think he has that energy and everything. So we are just thinking, because people are throwing it outside there. But if his candidacy is something which is viable, yes it is. But based on those factors nimesema, especially for me, I feel like he's not a politician. He has never been a politician. So I don't think he really want to practice being a politician at his age in 73. So I don't think he's someone who really want to come out of retirement and now start practicing politics at his age. No, I don't think he will do that. He's just someone who's going to retire and relax. But his candidacy will be very interesting. Having Maraga in the ballot, something that is very interesting. Though I don't think it's something that can happen. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for those who have watched this video until the end. If you have anything you'd like to say, kindly do it in the comment section. Between the two, Maraga and Matiangi, who do you prefer? Who do you think will make a good candidate for 2027? So share your opinion. Kindly remain respectful. Hapana tukana mtu. This is a safe space for everyone. And if you feel like you want to support me in any other way, kindly feel free. Do so. My number is always there. You can reach out. Unaweza tuma kitu ama unaweza nipigia na tunaweza ongea. Thank you. Till next time. Bye. The African